Hello everybody, welcome back to another pub encounter video. Rachel here. I am doing... Not that, no, I'm back. I am doing... the date scenario for Hideaki today. So let's get to it. Date, the way to a shared future. Hideaki gave a huge sigh. I had lost track of how many times he'd done so. Screenshot. Hide, don't be so depressed. I know, Crystal. I understand painfully well how your father feels. If I put myself in his position, it seems totally understandably natural he's against this. Do you think so? If you were my daughter and you suddenly told me you were getting married with no notice, that would be enough of a shock. And then if I imagine the bride you brought with you were like Mamoru or someone, there's no doubt I'd give the guy a good beating. Don't get carried away. When I think of it like that, I can more than guess how your father must feel. It sounds like you guys are having a very interesting conversation over here. Mamoru, hi. Hi, Crystal, looking lovely as usual. Why'd you sit next to her like you belong there? Come on, Hideaki, we've talked about this before. It would be stranger if a bee were not enticed by such a sweet-smelling flower. Right? Stop trying to hit on her by saying things that don't make sense. It only doesn't make sense because you don't have the sense to understand it. How dare you say that to someone who's your elder? It's kind of cowardly to bring that up only when it's to your advantage, don't you think? Now that you mention it, Hideaki is the older of you two, isn't he? Right, I'm 43. Hideaki's 46, 3 years younger despite how I may appear. Mamoru, shut up already. What's that supposed to mean, despite how you appear? I just meant what I said. What? But it is true you do look younger, Hide. Crystal, right? I look much more like an adult. Hey, tell him he's wrong. But of all you guys, I always thought Reinosuke was definitely the oldest. Ah, Ryu, huh? Yeah, well, he is the CEO of a company, after all. But there's no need to talk about someone who's not even here. What were you guys talking about? Was it my imagination, or did I hear my name? Mamoru asked with the usual grin on his face. At the question, Hideaki clenched his jaw with a look of vexation. Though Mamoru had likely guessed what we were talking about, trying to make Hideaki say it, he probably thought he was being funny. For us, it wasn't really funny at all. But it was true that talking about Constant was weighing hard on me. I thought it might be a good idea to open up about it to someone else for a change. Actually, wait a second, Crystal. Just as I started to speak, Hideaki put his hand over my mouth. I swallowed back the words I'd been about to say. What? Is it a secret or something? I just don't want to tell you. Don't be mean. Well, if you won't tell me, I'll guess. Fine, go ahead. I sure will. With a nippy smile, Mamoru turned to me again. Now that I think about it, his eyes held me captive. You two have been dating for a long time. Aren't you considering getting married soon? Mamoru's words made Hideaki spit out his coffee. Hey, Hide, don't you think it's a little rude for you to spit on me like that? How did I what? I'm just making small talk. Don't tell me that's exactly what you were talking about just now. Implying it was all a grand coincidence, Mamoru smiled. But that grin made it clear it wasn't a coincidence at all. Hide, I don't think there's any point in trying to hide it from him. Apparently he's already figured it out. Shit, what the hell? How much of that did you hear? Not much. Not like I was listening. Like hell, I'll believe that. Oh, maybe I could. Mamoru was unusually perceptive. We just went to meet them. Meet who? I know you don't... Whatever. Her parents. We went to meet her parents. And did they give her daughter's hand to a noble policeman almost twice her age? If they had, we wouldn't be here talking about it, would we? I guess not. Mamoru's blunt words made Hideaki's shoulders slump. I hadn't exactly expected him to be totally on board, but apparently my father's words were weighing heavily on him. You really are depressed this time. Apparently my father said some things to him. I see. By the way, yes. How old is your father? 51. Huh. About the same age as Yorihisa then. Really? Really? That's kind of amazing. Huh. Well, objectively, you really are different in age by a whole generation. I can understand how your father would feel. That's what Hide said. Well, this isn't something that'll solve itself right away. All you can do is be patient. Once your parents see just how much you need each other, I'm sure they'll come around. Happy about it. Because it would make you two happy. Certainly can't say I think Hideaki deserves you, though. Mamoru, any chance you trade in for a younger version like me? Jokingly smiling, he put his hand on my chin. The closest was unnerving, but I knew it was Mamoru's habit. I steeled myself and did my best to not move. I had real-life experience in trying to stay shy away only brought him closer. Heh, You're definitely getting used to me, but I'm not that good, you know. His face is getting closer. Ha ha ha! Just as I instinctively flinched. Hey, why the hell would you do that right in front of me? Specifically, because I'm right in front of you. Bastard. Only because you're looking everywhere but where you should be? What are you talking about? I'm just thinking about Crystal. Really? Looks to me like you were thinking about her father. But I don't think worrying about it's gonna help. Nothing's gonna change anytime soon. At least you've got her. You should enjoy that a little more. To do otherwise would be unfair to our little princess. He gave me an air kiss to the forehead. He would never do something I really didn't want him to do. What the? Tomorrow? Why don't you guys go out for a date or something to take your mind off this? He stood up from his chair. He briskly stood up, took the receipt, and turned away from us. I'll take care of this. So you two lovebirds go hold hands, get out somewhere, anywhere. And he's gone. Jeez, I can't believe the way that guy talks. But he said what you wanted to hear, didn't he? That's what irritates me. You guys really are really great friends, huh? Well, he did have a point. I guess we could... Hideaki's sentence was rudely interrupted. Not a second after he stood up, his phone started ringing. After checking who it was, he let out a long sigh. Crystal, I'm sorry. Is it work? Probably. Hey, at least answer it, see what they want. Yeah. Looking annoyed, he did. Apparently it was Ken calling. After exchanging a few words, Hideaki hung up. What'd he say? He said, sorry for calling you on your day off, but could you please come in? You think you'll be late? Nah, I don't think it's anything important. Sorry, I'll call you later. Once he shut his phone and raised his head and praised my fiancé was Officer Hideaki. I gulped down the rest of my drink and eyed the bottles of alcohol behind the counter. Even more prominent in my mind than what to drink next was the sight of Hideaki's face. When would he be here? I'd gotten a message about 30 minutes earlier. Almost done here, so wait at the bar. I dropped my gaze to my phone. Nothing new. This is getting weird. Lonely. You're looking pretty lonely tonight, Crystal. Oh, you're Hisa. Waiting for Hideaki. He told me he'd meet me here later. But you're anxious because you don't know when he'll show up? It's not like this is anything new. That doesn't change the fact it's no fun. It's just a lie to say you get used to that kind of thing. No matter how hard you try to forget about it, you can't lie to your heart, and nor should you. Yorihisa, come here. I'll be glad to talk to you till he gets here. With a gentle smile, Yorihisa beckoned me to the seat beside him. I had no reason to refuse, so I went over and sat next to him. Soichiro, why don't you get Crystal a cablegram highball? Very well, Mr. Hodo. Huh? A single drink for a young woman valiantly waiting for her lover. After that, you can ask Hideaki to treat you. I'm sure he'd be glad to. Maybe. I really don't think you need to be that unsure of him. Unsure? You're not even aware you're doing it, huh? Well, you're certainly not the only one. Unable to comprehend what he was saying, I tilted my head with confusion. Unsure of its feelings? Even your puzzled face is attractive. His hand stroked my face. Yorihisa? Suddenly I heard the door chimes ring out. Sorry I'm so late. What are you doing? I'm not doing anything, right? Don't even talk to her. How many times do I have to tell you she's mine? Don't talk about her like she's an object. Women are people too, you know. Of course I know that. You sure? At least better than you. Really? Yorihisa narrowed his eyes meaningfully. I wonder what he was thinking. Oh, by the way, I heard from Mamoru about how you went to meet Crystal's parents. What? I'm not surprised he turned you down. I would. Believe me, I get it. Do you? I'm talking to you like this precisely because it didn't seem like you did understand. What's that supposed to mean? You know, fathers want nothing more than for their daughters to be happy. They'll always doubt whether their daughter's good enough for any man they bring home, because they themselves know horribly how worthless most of us are. What are you telling me to do? I wouldn't presume to tell you to do anything. Just as a simple word of caution, the thing you should consider first and foremost is the meaning of Crystal's happiness. I know. Do you? I hope so. But when I watch you two lately, it makes me a little nervous. Why don't you settle a bit and then go out on a nice date? A date, huh? Hideaki looked thoughtful. It was the second time today someone has suggested that. I, on the other hand, was deep in thought about something else entirely. My father's high priority was my happiness. In that case, I wanted to tell him just how happy Hideaki made me. I wanted him to know just how being with Hideaki made me feel. Once I did, then surely. Crystal, let's go home. Huh? Yorhisa's right, I've been sidetracked lately, sorry. With that, he gripped my hand, and like that, we left the bar. Well, looks like they're off. That guy's so high maintenance. I think what you said to him hit him hard. According to what I've heard, Crystal's father is the same age I am. Oh, that is something. I started thinking about how I'd feel if I had a daughter like that, and I just couldn't help speaking up. Would you like another of the same drink? It appears as if you're still able to enjoy it a bit more this evening, no? Yeah, sure. I'll have another. Sorry, Crystal. For what? I guess I was more stressed than I realized. I could tell you weren't your usual self. Sorry. But that just shows us... But that just shows how seriously you were thinking about us. I know all that, so please don't apologize. I reached my hand to his cheek. He still wouldn't look at me. Why didn't you make him understand I placed a gentle kiss on his lips? I knew that could say more than 1,000 words. Crystal, when I pulled forward, he moved forward, chasing after another. I never once doubted he loved me. I was glad knowing he cared. That's what I hoped my kiss had told him when his warm lips finally left mine. This time when I looked at him, I saw a smile on his face. The sight made me grin. Yeah, this was it. This was the kind of moment I wanted my father to see. Crystal, I don't have to work again tomorrow, you know. Really? I had intended to pull myself up and go see your parents again, but I changed my mind. Let's go on a date. It's not often I get a day off like this. Tomorrow I want to see you smiling at my side the entire day. What do you think? There's certainly no way I could say no to such a wonderful idea, don't you think? No? It'll be fun, a proper date for once. Where should we go? Let me think. For a date. Headache? Oh, sorry. Something wrong? No. He felt an odd look on his face. Was there a problem? So what exactly would be a proper date? Huh? I mean, obviously we've done dates, but you just said proper date. All our dates are basically eating at home, going to the bar, and going for walks and stuff. Now that you mention it, I don't think we've ever really gone somewhere fancy. Well, it's my fault for showing up last minute. What could we do? Well, I too was at a loss for words at the sudden question, although I didn't guess there was any strict definition of what made a date proper. What kind of dates have you been on in the past? In the past? I frantically searched for the few memories I had. I guess the zoo or the aquarium. Yeah, and there's movies, the museum, the beach, the mountains, long drives, and... like a hot springs? Hot springs. Instantly a change came over Hideaki's face. Had I said something weird? Oh, sorry. Actually, I probably went to hot springs with a friend, I think. I tried to cover the slip with an exclamation. Did he believe me? It's no good. I can't think of anything. Apparently my worry was unfounded. I let out a silent sigh of relief. Wait, don't tell me. What's wrong? Is this what they call a generation gap? No, I don't think that's what this is. Huh? But I guess everyone could have the same idea of a date. Probably. So what should we do? I really have no idea about this. I don't know, maybe ask someone younger? What are you laughing at? I wasn't joking. Sorry. Just so serious about this. I'm always serious when it comes to you. I know. Do you really? I think so. You're probably just thinking I'm being cute. How'd you know? It's written all over your face. So you can read my mind. That makes me happy. He then heaved a big sigh and, like I told you, you're a million times cuter than I could ever be. It was an all too familiar phrase now. A smile stole my lips. I took his hand. What is it? You know, we don't really have to go out anywhere. But if you got enough time to think this hard on it, I'd rather have that time to myself. If you have time alone to think about me, I'd rather you come see me. Crystal, I'm glad no matter where we are as long as I'm with you. Blushing slightly, he averted his eyes from my face. Whenever I said things like that to his face, he always looked away. For the first time I realized this is a way we were similar. I made my smile brighter. Is that all you want, just to hold my hand? Huh? His left hand covered my right. If we got the chance to be together, is there something else you'd like to do? Like what? He suddenly brought his face right up close to mine. I closed my eyes and waited. Don't you want to kiss me or something? Or what? Or do you want more than that? Yeah, I do. I said how I felt honestly, and he hugged me tight. Why are you being so honest today? Because you're being so cute. I told you, you're the one who's cute. That elicited a small laugh from my lips. Oh, this was nice. It was so fun being with him. I was so happy about it. Seeing the look at my face, he lovingly reached out to stroke my hair. I closed my eyes, enjoying the sensation. Someday, once I can use the vacation days to save, let's change a trip to Nagoya. Can you even do that? Take all your days at once? If I work really, really hard, yeah. Why Nagoya? That's where I'm from. Your hometown? I can show you around. Is that a promise? You'll come with me? Of course. Then in that case, coincidentally, there's some people I'd like you to meet when we're there if you don't mind. Huh? People we wanted me to meet? Could that mean? My parents. Don't worry, they're not the kind to complain about me getting married. So if it's okay with you, I'd like you to meet them. I want to introduce you as a woman that the kid fell in love with. You still want to come? This vacation, how soon can you take it? I'm really excited. I can't wait. Okay. Then if they like me, I want you to see my dad again. I'll do a better job of introducing you this time, as the man that taught me how to love. Crystal, once again we fell into a tight embrace. He was the most important thing to me. I wanted my parents to understand that, and bless my marriage with love of my life. There we go. That was today's scenario. One more thing for him, which is the side story, and then I'm done with Hideaki, and then it's on to your Hisai, I believe. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time with whatever. Bye!